What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Red.Beard Outdoors podcast. Jonathan, your host. And today, before we get into anything, I'm going to tell you guys, if you want to win a fully set up Alpha X-33 with the beautiful gray, black limbs, a sight from Dialed Arxos. We're going to give you the ghost sticks. We're going to give you so many things with this bow. Stay tuned for more details. Now, before we get into this podcast, guys, I do want to say thank you for all the support throughout this year. YouTube has grown substantially. We have more than doubled our numbers of subscribers in the last year. We continue to grow, and I appreciate your support. Thank you so much on that. Also, guys, thank you for all the growth on the podcast. Things are continuing to go well. And as we get into 2025, we're going to be changing some things up. Stay tuned for that information. If you want more information specifically to you and your email, go and check out the exclusive email list down below. I don't spam you. I send one a week, maybe, just to keep you updated and on what's going on with the podcast and everything like that. So go and check that out, guys. If you like the videos, of course, I ask that you subscribe to the videos. Click the little icon button, the little bell button, so that you can get updated every time there's a new episode out. And of course, if you're listening on the audio only version, go and check out the YouTube channel. I appreciate it, guys. On the audio only version, go and follow, leave a review. It helps way more than you know. Now, today, guys, I'm going to go over a brief kind of synopsis of what I've encountered with the broadheads that I've used this year. I've had a very, very awesome year with a lot of success punching tags. Not the biggest animals out there, guys. That's not what I'm for. I hunt for the experience, for the meat. Eventually, when I've got a decade plus under my belt, maybe I'll start going after those bigger, more mature animals and upping the game and getting better. But this year, I was very, very blessed to be able to tag out on a bull elk here in Utah. I was able to tag out on a doe mule deer, 2 does in North Carolina as well. So I've had all of that this year. I'm really, really excited about that. And my son got in on some really close encounters with some animals. We'll go over all of that in another episode, kind of and also, of course, Wisconsin. I was able to tag out on a buck in Wisconsin as well, my first whitetail buck. So all of that be said, I've experienced a couple different broadheads throughout the year, and really excited to share that information with you guys and what I found. So first and foremost, we're going to go over what I got my bull with. Let me see if I can find a clean one. I want to say it's this right here. This one may not be so clean. Yeah, that one's broken. Sent that one into a rock. Here we go. So if you guys know the Jekyll and Hyde from Evolution, guys, if you're going to run a 4mm arrow, I would look no further than a glue-in system. Okay, it's going to cost a little bit more to get a glue-in system over the components that come with it, but trust me, it's better in so many ways. So this is the 4mm VAP TKO, and this is the, let's see here, the Jekyll, which is the fixed head from Evolution, and then the Hyde is the mechanical, which I thought I had one here. That's my poor planning. So here's a whitetail special from them, but the Hyde is a little bit smaller as far as the blade cutting diameter. The Hyde gets about a 2-inch cut. This is a little bit more than that, and I used this on a whitetail doe last year. It worked fantastic. This is the screw-in version, but on these glue ends, all right. So that is the Jekyll, and then the Hyde is the mechanical, and it's got a glue-in option as well. Absolutely love that system. So if you're in the market for a glue-in system, look no further than Evolution. I actually have a discount for you down below. Go check that out and support my buddies over there at Evolution, Dale and his family. They do an amazing job. Awesome broadheads. Have loved them since I've been using them. But I did like to tinker. I do like to tinker, and I wanted to tinker with some different broadheads for my screw-in arrows this year. So some of the broadheads that I messed around with were, 1, the Iron Will. The Iron Will Wide. I didn't get a chance to put this through an animal, but I use this for tuning. And I had this in my quiver if I needed to shoot through some brush or something like that. And that is a fantastic broadhead. I haven't had a chance, like I said, to put it through an animal yet. I will 2025 sometime. That will be in my quiver like it has been in any of my arrow setups that are a screw-in broadhead. I absolutely love the iron will. Now this one right here, guys, we're going to go over the G5 Mega Meat. So the Mega Meat has a 2-inch cut. This thing is awesome. Let's see if this one, I think this one's already open. Let's see if I can show you guys this. Yeah. So this one is open. I mean, look at those blades, guys. That is devastating. And that's the Mega Meat. So they have the dead meat, which is, I think, 1.5 inches cutting diameter. And then they have the dead meat, or the Mega Meat, which is this one. So the Mega Meat is what I used on one of my does in North Carolina and in Wisconsin on my buck. Painted buckets. So if you're looking for an amazing blood trail, guys, and you have the power and energy behind your arrow setup to send a 2-inch cutting 3-blade mechanical through an animal, that's the way to go. That G5 Mega Meat is fantastic. The dead meats, I don't have any experience with them, but if you're looking for that smaller 1.5-inch cutting diameter, go for that. But man, I'm telling you, these things, it was like following someone having dumped paint. And now I watched both the doe and the buck die in front of me, but I did, of course, go back to where the arrow hit the animal and follow the blood trail. And man, super impressed. Super, super impressed with these. They do have a collar, which you can see here, that locks the blades in. And then you can replace these blades as well if needed. But man, a 2-inch cut, and you can see this one actually has some fur on it still from using it in North Carolina. So anyway, that will definitely be a contender in the future for something in my quiver as far as a broadhead goes. I absolutely love the Mega Meat. They did a fantastic job. I mean, like I said, this is the one that I used on my doe in on one of the does in North Carolina. And all you have to do is put another collar in there or get some new blades if the blades maybe break off or have some issues as far as, you know, being broken or damaged in any way. You can replace the blades and not have to worry about sharpening them, and they're razor sharp again. All right, next one, the Beast. This is the 2.3-inch cut, and oh, there we go, dropping it. The 2.3-inch cut and the 2-inch cut. Anecdotally, now again, this is not in a tested environment or any of that, so please don't ask me for all those details. But here's what I'm going to tell you. I hit a buck this year in Utah with the 2-inch Beast mechanical. I want to say it was a high shoulder shot, which that is a hard shot for anything to bust through and get to the vitals, leave a blood trail. I know I hit him, but there was no blood trail. And so I was kind of bummed about that. But again, that was user error. That was me hitting the animal where I should not have hit him. So my fault on that one. A couple days later, I did get a picture from someone that was hunting in that area. That same buck was pushing does. He's alive and well. So thankful for that. But with the doe that I killed with the 2.3-inch Beast in North Carolina, that doe expired within 30, 40 yards of where I shot her. It was kind of raining, so the blood trail wasn't fantastic. Once we got up to the doe, the blood coming out of the doe was phenomenal. So I imagine that the blood trail would have been good, but that Beast 2.3-inch was really good. Again, on the doe, did the job, killed the doe within seconds of the doe being hit by the arrow. So 30 to 40 yards and measured exactly, but I could see very clearly where I'd shot her, where the arrow was, and where she expired. So awesome job on that. The Beast did great. I wish I'd been able to get the buck with it so I could see a blood trail, see how that goes. Because you always do kind of wonder with these two blades, whether it's a 2-blade fixed or a 2-blade mechanical, if the blood trail is going to be good. I'm sure the penetration is fantastic. I can tell you that the Beast flies amazing. Also, the G5, I didn't mention that, but the G5 flies fantastic as well. So both of those fly really well through the air and, you know, did what they were supposed to do on the does that I put them through. And now, the other mechanical 2-blade that I used this year on my mule deer doe was this, the T2 by G5 and John Dudley. That thing left a devastating hole, entry and exit, on the doe, the mule deer doe that I ended up wrapping up my season, punching my tag with here in Utah. Went completely through, and like I said, the entry and the exit were phenomenal. So blew my mind, honestly. This is a 2-inch cut, and I want to say it's steel, but yeah, that Broadhead does great work here. Let me see if I can open it up without cutting myself here. I'm having to put a little too much pressure. I'm not going to mess with that. Okay, anyway, there you go. That thing flies like a dart. I don't have an arrow here. I probably should have prepped a little bit better and had an arrow. But I do really like that your arrow comes up to here, that those blades kind of come back over the shaft. I like that design as well. And again, a 2-inch cut here in a 2-blade mechanical Broadhead. You know, I sent the picture over to Dudley of the entry and exit, and he was like, we've been having consistent results like that. So that's an awesome one as well. If you're looking for a 2-blade mechanical Broadhead, it's going to do some work. That T2 is fantastic. So those are pretty much the Broadheads that I used throughout the year. Again, the elk was the Evolution. I know, tried and true for me. Those guys are fantastic. When I shoot 4mm, micro diameter arrows, that's the system that I use, is the glue-in system from Evolution. When I get to tinker and mess around with different Broadheads, I know Evolution does an amazing job. Crushed the whitetail doe that I got last year in Ohio, even with that bigger cutting diameter. It was this Broadhead right here, the whitetail special that they have. It was kind of a hybrid head. Absolutely love that. I would recommend that for anyone, because you can switch out the fixed and the mechanical based on if you want to shoot fixed or mechanical. And then, of course, my bigger ones, if you're looking for a great blood trail, that Mega Meat, just fantastic blood trail. That's by G5. Another good blood trail was the T2. I was able to track that doe in the snow. She ran maybe 100 yards at the most and piled up. And then the Beast did its job. Again, I didn't see a blood trail, even though it did fantastic. Within 40 yards, I was able to spot that whitetail, and she was down. So all of that to be said, guys, that's kind of my anecdotal review, if you want to say, that I've put these Broadheads through this year here in 2025. Drop a comment down below if you have any questions about any of these Broadheads. I shoot them all in 125 grain, especially with the Evolution. At the 125 grain, the Evolution is all steel, including the ferrule. If you shoot 100 grains on theirs, it is an aluminum ferrule. That's up to you. I personally prefer titanium and steel in my Broadheads. I know this Beast is aluminum. They just came out with a titanium version of it, so I'm excited to see that as well, and the durability that has gone through. So all of that to be said, guys, if you have any questions about any of these Broadheads, definitely let me know down below, and I'm more than happy to answer those questions. Now, what you guys are here for. All right, the bow giveaway. I'm excited about this one, guys. I'm giving away an entire bow package with Wild Arrow. This bow that I've been using all year. So it's black limbs, gray riser. You're going to get the JQ3 Designs grip as well. This is a 1-of-1. It's got my logo. It's got the First Phorm Outdoors logo. It's got the Wild Arrow logo. The stabilizers are not included. You're going to have to grab your own stabilizers. But you're getting not this sight because this one's all muddy, but you are getting a dialed Arxos Picatinny included. You're going to get a rest. Haven't decided if I'm throwing the Hamsky Epsilon or a QAD MX2. Either way, you're getting top of the line from either company on your bow. You're going to get the HOYT, or you're going to get a quiver to attach to your HOYT here. So a tight spot quiver will be here for you. And also you're getting 2 sets of strings. So you're getting the ABB strings that I ran, and also the pretty much brand new HOYT strings that came with the bow. They are also orange. You're going to get some Go sticks. You're going to get the little nubby down here. And Wild Arrows thrown in a dozen arrows, guys. There might be more added to that. But here's how you get entered, just real quick. First and foremost, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, drop a comment in this video. Let me know that you are interested in winning this bow, or if you already have a bow and you know someone that needs to get this bow, mention it down below. Go over to Instagram, follow Wild Arrow, follow RedBeard Outdoors Instagram page, and the RedBeard Outdoors gear page. Last but not least, there's a link down below where I'm going to ask for your email and your phone number. I'm not going to spam you with tons and tons of emails or call you and text you and all this stuff. I'm only calling you if you win. And so I need your email and phone number. Here's how you get some extra entries, guys. If you want to get extra entries, all you need to do is, if you're local, go to Wild Arrow. Every $20 spent at Wild Arrow and confirmed with a receipt, I would appreciate if you would email me the receipt. Email is going to be right here. Email me the receipt. Every $20 gets you an entry. And then if you are remote and you're not here locally, every $10 spent on first Phorm using the link down below, that's going to save you on shipping. Anything over $75 is 100% free for the rest of your life. If you use the link down below, use that link, send me an email with your order number, and I'm more than happy to get you an entry for every $10 spent on the first Phorm website. You're going to win this bow right here, the Alpha X-33 absolute shooter, and a full package to get you rolling into the woods or into the tree stand, whatever you have going for 2025. Let me get back to you guys. So this runs from today all the way through the end of the year, December 31st, midnight, Mountain Standard Time. Check out this giveaway, guys. I want to get back to you. Thank you so much for this year. I've appreciated it so far. We have a couple weeks left. We're going to crush the rest of 2024 and head into 2025 strong. Have a great rest of your day, guys. And as always, get out, live your life, and love it.